that's just a gorgeous touch, I think.
Look at that. This is a hat for a man who conserves his power. Full circle, baby, full circle. One of my first Peakies. Timeless hats here. When you get up close to this brown, it's gorgeous. All right, okay. We are outside, we are in the wild, and this is the green. I'm getting this feeling like I might suddenly start getting rid of a bunch of my other hats.
I think if you really pick the pin with the same passion that you pick the cap.
These are good problems. I think this is like a foregone conclusion that this one is going to rock.
Hey guys, we have another unboxing video, and it is Peaky Hat, which I'm very excited. I've been waiting for this one for 6 weeks. Waiting to open it, not waiting to get it. I've had this for 6 weeks. Yes, I have had these 4 beautiful hats in here for 6 weeks. Well, 5 hats. One of them is a gift. And I can't believe I'm actually here. Yeah, it's a lot, you know. I'm making art, I'm writing ghost stories, I'm telling them here, and then on top of that, I'm investigating hats, and I'm making these videos to share with you the absolutely almighty subculture of traditional newsboy hats. Together we are stronger. We share these things that we love, or maybe we don't love. Though I know I'm going to love these because I've gotten one of these, the Apple, and I have two colors of apple in here and 2 colors of the core. For those of you who don't know, you're about to see what all this means. But I just want to give a little background of where I am. I know the Apple rocks because I owned it. I owned one of the original Apples back when Peaky Hat did the flex back. I discovered Peaky Hat a little over a year ago, and I went through a whole journey. I was discovering what my size really is, and I was discovering what my size was not. But also part of that journey was the hats used to have, like on the back, it would be this visible scrunching of elastic on the back. And now they have the fitted back. The previous was the flex back, and it's just clean. It's just this beautiful clean look. And Peaky Hat has these what's called the perfect fit ribbons. So if your hat for some odd reason is too big, or I don't know, you get a haircut, like I'm due for one, and then maybe a hat that you got in the long hair time, or whatever, you can basically cinch it up a little, and it totally works. I have a couple hats where I've done that, and it is, I must say, pretty genius, pretty awesome. And by the way, this is one of my treasures. This is the OG Solo, and Peaky Hat, you might have gathered, somewhat reminiscent of the show Peaky Blinders. And part of their calling card on many of their hats that I absolutely love is the faux razor blade a la Peaky Blinders. So that's just a gorgeous touch, I think. It's absolutely, just love it. Just invoke that coolness of Tommy Shelby. That's going to be figuring in a video coming up pretty soon. So this is the OG Solo, and this is the second hat ever, I believe, where Peaky Hat ventured into the single panel game with their new tailored design, and just the dimples on it are awesome. It just adds this bit of, I don't know, humanity and grit, and there's just some kind of inspired craftsmanship to it. Absolutely love it. And we're going to see more of these in here. So yeah, this is pretty awesome. I am so far behind in my unboxings. Let me show you what I mean. Yeah. All right. See? Yeah, I got some more videos coming up. And look at this. This is Peaky Hats. This came today. This is Peaky Hats' new packing tape. So this is how old school this is already. Look, it's just regular tape. So you're moving up in the world, Peaky Hat. Nice going, Ryan. I see you. Great work. Okay, so let's get to this unboxing here, because I'm pretty excited. I can't tell you how many times I've been coming into the workspace, and I keep seeing these boxes. And at first they giggle at me, and then they start to stack up, and they're laughing at me. And they're going, "What are you doing with your life, Saul? Come on, do another unboxing video. You know you want to." So let's get it. All right. So this, and man, this tape was always getting me worried. This also, like I got in this box, and anyway, all right. At long last. Here we go, guys. Oh, always love looking in here. So I'm just gonna set this, let's get this situated here. There we go. Okay, so we've got the packing paper.
Okay, we have the mic on. I had to freeze everything because you don't need to hear me rustling around or anything else. So now we're back, and let's have this moment. Okay, so first thing we've got is paper on the top, and we don't need that. Wow, we are okay. This is actually happening. What to start with? Let's see. I think we're gonna the apple. We're about to experience the apple coming back home, and we've got the green. Wonderful. And then we've got the core, or the apple core. And then we have the apple core brown. I got to make sure this is my size, because one of these is a gift. God, I just love what this, when you get up close to this brown, it's gorgeous. All right, okay. That's mine, that's mine, that's mine, that's mine. And what else do we have in here? Oh, it looks like we've got some Peaky Hat pins.
I believe. Yep, these are gonna be the
magnetic silver Peaky Hat pin. Well, we'll get up close on these, but these are basically magnetic pins so that you don't prick the hat. There's pros and cons, which I'll talk about that. And then, of course, we get the sticker. This is the symbol, the silhouette of Peaky Hat. And then we've got the thank you card, which is a generous words from Ryan, the owner. And you can read all about that. And then he's also generous on the other side. And I just want to say, this is if you're a fan of the traditional Newsboys, if you're a fan of Peaky Hat, you should definitely check out the Facebook group, the Facebook page. He's always on there, and he's doing videos. He's showing off the hats, and you can learn a thing or two. Okay, let's move this out of the way, and I'm really trying to just like keep it together. That I finally have the apple again. I was very sad to not have it, and I thought I was only waiting for the apple, this baby, this bad boy. But Ryan went and surprised us all, and he made this one. And he has a third color, which is the storm gray. Yeah, there was a whopping 3 different apple hats, and I probably would have 6 right now if it weren't for this just awesome OG Solo. You know, this feels like my sidekick, and yeah, I can't gush about this hat enough. It's a beauty. So, you know, I didn't really need the storm gray, but anyways, let's get to the apple here. Which one? Well, let's come to the green. Let's start with the brown here. So this has a satin liner in it. I don't remember if the original had a satin liner. Mine was too large, and I was trying to work out what my size was. I had discovered Peaky Hat a while back, and then in that time he had made the fitted back. He had a flex back, which had like a elastic pinch on the back, which in his own words, it kind of looked like diaper ass. and Ryan, I might have been able to tough it out with the flex back, but when you said diaper ass, I couldn't do it, you know? So, but it didn't help that I was wearing a size too big. So I sized down. I think it was with the Cavalier. I went and I must have, I think I bought the Cavalier 3 times. Anyway, here we are. Oh, the apple is back. Look at that brown. And that is just the kind of brown I can get into. From a distance, you don't necessarily know. It's very special brown here, where you almost have to get a little closer to experience it. And the closer you get, and I'll do a close-up on it, but I mean, you're getting black, you're getting flecks of gold, you're getting, of course, that brown. Your eye starts finding all these different colors in there. And this right here could be a great autumn cap. So, and that fit, I'm so excited because this is the first time I'm trying the Apple with my size. And for all of you who haven't had it, I mean, this is just a great cap. Nice and solid, but with just enough nuance and detail. All right. Okay, the green apple. Full circle, baby, full circle. One of my first Peakies. But I mean, you're getting black, you're getting flecks of gold, you're getting, of course, that brown. Your eye starts finding all these different colors in there. And this right here could be a great autumn cap. So, and that fit, I'm so excited because this is the first time I'm trying the Apple with my size. And just like that, the Apple is back in my life. Hallelujah! Well, this hat is so versatile. I can think of so many situations, whether you're working or whether you're going out on the town. It is stylish, and I am loving all of these. The traditional newsboy is just styling, I think. I've always just been enamored with it. I love the look on it. It looks unique. And this is maybe that premier, badass, graceful, traditional newsboy. And just when you wear it out, I mean, just look at all the ways the light plays on it. Can you see that? This is actually a pretty good representation what it's doing here. You got blacks and you got very subtle golds in there. And then it's almost like you get some hints of red. And this is one of the best hats out there. Cheers, everybody. This is just a great cap. Nice and solid, but with just enough nuance and detail. All right. Okay, the green apple. Full circle, baby, full circle. One of my first Peakies. And yeah, I think the accents of it, the dimples and everything come out even more with the green. There's something about the color, but man, this kind of green is gorgeous. I grew up around redwood trees and forests, and as an artist, like, this is just that kind of colored green that, you know, it doesn't look too, you know what I mean? There's such a thing as too much green or too green. I got a lot of Irish caps, but this is kind of that perfect green, I think. And the fit, man, for a traditional newsboy, how can you ask for anything more? And of course, it's got the satin. And I would say that this is, again, that 3-season idea. And probably won't keep you warm in the dead of winter, but autumn, the beginning of winter, late winter going into spring and summer, maybe, it might get too hot for later summer, but this is a hat that can really accompany you for a long time. All the other colors in here, like with the bourbon brown here, you're getting some hints of gold flecks in there. You're getting some black, and these all, I think, just combine to make this a very unique, special green hat. So this is the Apple, and yeah, what a beauty. And this is, I think this is just the right curl. Don't necessarily need to curl it more, but you could. I love the curled look. One thing that I have found, because sometimes I actually wear these at home when I'm working, being an artist, being a writer, ghost storyteller, editor of videos, doing whatever kind of work on the computer that I'm doing. I am wearing blue blocker glasses sometimes. And if the bill is too curled, the rims of the glasses screw with the brim of the hat. So when it's a little flatter, which actually is kind of more the Peaky Blinders, see, like that. This would be more Peaky Blinders. So that actually works a little more if you're wearing glasses or you're wearing sunglasses. We are outside, we are in the wild, and this is the green. I had to say that because you can almost not tell, right? But that's kind of the dimension that this has. It's I think this is a very special, earthy, wilderness kind of green, and wonderful fall cap. And this will take care of a lot of angles. This hat feels great. It feels like I've had it for a long time. The best hats make you feel that way. And I'll tell you why I like to wear different hats at work. And maybe some of you relate, maybe some of you think I'm weird, but sometimes when you're in the same space working on a bunch of stuff, I think it behooves you to literally change your hat. I've got a lot of different hats, and just like I'm wearing figuratively different hats, I think it kind of wakes up your body to just get up and go do the action of putting another hat on. And then if it's a hat that just makes you excited, I think it's a pretty good system, So now let's do the core. I've got the, let's do the green first this time. Ah, man. I already sense these are going to be old friends right here. I felt this when I was wearing the Scarecrow too in another video. Okay. Wow. This is the Apple core. And I mean, for the reasons I said, I'm not necessarily curling it yet. No, dude, I really want to see it curl. This looks just awesome. And all right, man, this is. I mean, I feel like I'm getting this feeling like I might suddenly start getting rid of a bunch of my other hats. This is how good this is. I'm not really going to do that, but I just want to say, like, I'm communicating the feeling here. I mean, this hat is cozy. I already feel it's warm, but it's not too warm. And I think it's striking. It's got a subdued quality. This is a hat for a man who conserves his power. Doesn't need to just like put it all out there. This is a wonderful hat. Yeah. Ryan, I can't believe this is like only the third hat you've done in this style. I mean, this is just, I see these kinds of hats advertised all the time. But when I put yours on for some reason, this hat is going to be with me forever. Guys out in the wild with the green apple. And maybe you can see a wonderful theme between these is that these kind of fade in to fit your life. It's effortless. That's what I'm feeling. Just enjoying them. Sometimes you want a hat that just holds close to you and doesn't need to draw a lot of attention. Other times you want a hat that does draw a lot of attention. This is just I think a Goldilocks type of hat, you know. I don't like to say that for a rugged hat, you know, but you know what I mean. It's just right. It's not crying out for attention. It's letting you just kind of live your life. It fits your life, or your complete life thereof. Just look at the way the sun hits this baby. It just gives so many different colors to it, and they're all subtle, unique. Look at that. Yeah, so this is the Apple Core in green. One of the best hats you'll ever own. There's nothing like this. All right. Well, I think this is like a foregone conclusion that this one is going to rock, because we just saw what the green one is like. We just saw what the brown apple is like. So I think we all know the Apple Core is going to be a winner too. Man. Oh man. I want to take these out for a spin. Holy cow. Okay. Yep. And both of these are going to go with so much stuff. I think that when you have something solid on, and this hat is going to go great. Also, if you have maybe like flannel, a nice kind of solid cap will set it off. What I'm not a fan of is when you're wearing heavily patterned hats and you've got heavily patterned matching flannel or something. That's not quite my jam. Everyone's got their own style, and this hat is about as effortlessly stylish as it gets. Guys, I really can't gush enough about this material. I'm walking out here and I could just spend all day in this hat. And the colors too, this brown, if I was ever looking for a brown hat, this is the one. And I've got two of them. I got the Apple and I got the Apple Core. So yeah, this, you really don't need another hat, pragmatically speaking, but this is a workhorse. I mean, this can fit your life no matter what it is. Any of these four hats could. So yeah, just going around with this hat today, it's been, yeah, it's a beauty, special. These are special hats. All four of these. I mean, what am I supposed to do here? No, these are good problems. Yeah. So we've got the apple green. I've been talking about the whole flex back versus fitted back. You can see how this goes. And oh yeah. Let's get a look at this with the bill curled. Okay. Timeless hats here. Or we have the Apple Core in green, and everybody looks good in these. You know, some hats, you're like, I don't know if you need to wear that. Yeah. These are lookers, effortless lookers, and then we have the brown. I'll show you this pin too. So here's a close-up of the pin. This is kind of a unique thing that Peaky Hat does, which is pretty cool. It's unique right now. They always get copycats, but this is the magnetic pin. And of course, this was in case you don't like pricking your hat and leaving a hole in it. If you decide to change the pin, you got these magnetic pins here. And this can come in handy. It'll stick onto the hat pretty nicely. Here's a demonstration. I've got the magnet on the other side, and then it just sticks on like those rank pins on Next Generation in Star Trek. I always wondered how they just stuck on there, which is pretty cool, kind of futuristic. The only thing is sometimes you can be straightening your hat out or molding your hat, and then suddenly the pin just falls off. That's really the only drawback, but it's rare.
So we've gone over these hats, and I think maybe I've imparted to you how they make me feel. How do you put a pin on this? What would you put on this? When I had the Apple the first time, this was the pin that I had on it. This pin has really been missing its home. And in preparation for this, I actually got myself 2 more. And so we have this this beautiful green apple, and I have the gold Celtic cross on there, and it just looks wonderful on the green. It used to be this pewter version, but I felt that one would look better on this here, the brown, and I'm going to put it right on the seam there.
And we'll see how this looks, though I pretty much already know. I had tried it with the gold. And
I like the gold on the green personally, but
the main reason I'm showing this is I think that the thing that I found with these hats, I personally like to have something kind of
representing head on. I don't really like to put it off on the side with these. A number of other Peaky caps, I have it right in this spot. I think it looks great. I think it looks best for pins of a certain size, but I think it's very striking there. And with this exquisite fabric, the tweed all around it, I think if you really pick the pin with the same passion that you pick the cap, I think it's a very satisfying, creative, personal touch. So, did I do this for the single panels? I did it differently. I did it on the side. So we have, for the Apple Core Barrel Brown, I have it on the side. So a little more what I tend to do with my other caps. So I think it looks pretty cool. Pretty awesome. And the beauty of the Apple Core is its simplicity. And I think the pin is just small enough. And I personally favor the way that, I think with this fabric, the knit has kind of a looseness in all the different holes, the spaces. This is part of what makes it such a versatile cap. But the spike of the pin will go between those. In other words, if you take it out, it's not really going to leave a mark. So I think this is a very pin-friendly cap. And for the Hunter Green Apple Core, I got the cross, the Celtic cross, but it's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see in the light, but it is a copper cross. It's pretty awesome. Right there. This apple picking is complete. They've all got their fantastic crosses. Maybe we'll finish with the one that I demonstrated. And the apple has come home. Isn't that great? So anyways, I just wanted to share this little extra special section about pins with these hats. I think it's pretty fun, and it's kind of different from how you might pin another hat. And the way that the material kind of sits different, it's got a droop to it. It can kind of change, but there's such a character with it. The way that the pin rests on the fabric will, I think, inform the pin you get, personally. So in the end, I'm not necessarily about a funkiness. I do like something that's just edgy, I think. And that's part of why I love these hats. And that's part of, I think, why I select the pins the way I do. So yeah, that's the special bonus section. All right, guys. Well, that was a lot of fun. We were rediscovering the Apple. We were discovering the Apple Core. And I'd love to know
What you think. You've got 4 choices here. Or actually, let me know what you think of the OG Solo as well. That's a fantastic cap. But now, the age of the Apple begins.
I think my main takeaway is, because I've had a couple days to absorb these, and I would say with the Apple Core, you walk in and they can see the dynamic style, but maybe they can't put their finger on it. Because this hat looks like a lot of hats we've seen. I think they might not pick up what is special about it. So you're like the quiet killer, which is pretty cool. Then I would say, when I'm putting this on, this is a unique shape. We've seen the shape, but not many people do it. So it draws their attention, and they know it's that. They might actually go, oh, that's Peaky Blinders or something. But they can put their finger on it. It's about your style. And you have style. And so I think both are pretty great. I think they both communicate a uniqueness in their own way. See? Yeah, I got some more videos coming up. Anyways, my links are down below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video, maybe you'll like this one.